This one of the most requested cyphers on Shazam. I got bars. I passed the bar exam.
Alright, what's up, y'all? I'm gonna do a couple things. I'm gonna try to do something on my YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Solely because I just want to put my life out there, and then again, you know, I probably want to get connected with people who've been going through what I'm going through, and maybe help somebody, you know, who could be going through what I'm going through or has been through it, and they got some advice or something to lay down. So really what I'm gonna have multiple parts, but this is just to be like the intro to my channel, and I think I'm gonna call it I Got Questions. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll give a brief history of why, I got questions like everybody else. But I mean, it's a lot of questions, like just random thoughts that when I look or read into political shit, because I'm not really big into the news. But then when I look into it, it asks me questions. Why are we like this as human beings? Or I'm messing around with the little Gemini app. I don't know how many of y'all have used it. I think it's pretty cool. I use it almost every day. And one of the things that strike me that Gemini does is it's always saying it's complex or it's complicated. Why is it? I talked to my dad and he was like, son, that's just, it's just the way that it cops out. I'm like, that's true, because it doesn't want to really explain or uncomplicate things. So when Gemini says stuff like that, I challenge it, and I'm like, well, uncomplicate it. Make it uncomplex. Make it to where I can understand it if you feel like I can't get it. You know what I mean? If you don't feel like I'm intelligently inclined to handle these type of ordeals. So I was prompted. I'm also looking into philosophy. And I'm diving more into like some deeper thoughts, and I want to share those ideas and what I've learned, and I also want to pick the brains of others who might feel like they have answers to some of the questions that I got to ask. And really, it's just a debate. You know what I'm saying? It's starting a debate. It's getting people to interact with each other in a positive light. You know what I'm saying? Without, being an asshole towards somebody just because they have a different choice of opinion. Because I'm sure that what I believe might be different from what you might believe. You know what I mean? So, on my little podcast or my little YouTube channel, because I'm new to this, you know what I'm saying? I don't do this, I must consider myself anti-social, but I ain't consider myself the most social. So, I'll ask questions like, was Robin Hood the only person that didn't kill his own people when he started a revolt against his oppressors? Because the legend goes he robbed from the rich and gave to the poor. And I look at a lot of instances where there's been revolutions or civil wars, that the organizations who initially start out to be a force or a symbol or a voice for the voices that aren't being heard, the unspoken voices that go unheard or falls on deaf ears, those people who take up arms or gangs or whatever like that, why do they turn on their own people? Why do they hurt the people who've been at the bottom with them? You know what I mean? Like, the same people you pissed in the same pot, you go and steal from, burn their houses down, you know what I'm saying? Take advantage of the women. Why do all of that shit? And I get it, because, you want to instill fear, and then with fear, you can get control. But I challenge that idea or ideology. I'm like, is there another way to get what you want out of people without instilling tactics like fear, control, violence, just all of those things that people do when they form gangs or they want to conquer areas? Why? It sucks that regular people who aren't really involved in those type of issues get caught in there, and then they're considered collateral. So what I want to know, or what I got a question about, like for that instance, is how come the rest of the world doesn't have a Robin Hood complex? Like, if your real problem is the rich, why not go burn they fucking shit down? You know what I'm saying? You got problems with the oligarchs, go fucking rampart they front yards. Why the fuck you in the ghettos tearing up the ghettos? They don't give a fuck. You ain't burning they shit down. What the fuck they care about? You only hurting the people that is motherfucking already like you. And then once they disappear, once they take apart the game, then what happened? You gotta go back to the same fucking slums and the ghettos that you terrorized. Good luck. Because these people that you terrorize and that still won't forget. So, it's like, I got questions about how we got from, you know, whatever, Robin Hood complex, to just all out brutality, force, and aggression towards people. Like, and it's crazy because then it makes your mind wonder. It's like, okay, you're going against one oppressor, and now you're making yourself an oppressor by oppressing the people who was just like you. So, in your mind, in my mind, what makes you greater than the people that oppressed you? Because now you're going around oppressing your own people who were oppressed with you. Only time instances you would hear black people say niggas is in the same boat. You know what I mean? So I don't really understand that. You know? So I got questions. So like, that's kind of like where I'll go with my YouTube channel. I'll give a little discussion and then I'll let y'all battle it out in the comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me what I'm not a history buff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand history, you know what I'm saying, to an extent, and I got no problem doing my research. Right now, I'm researching because my girl is Haitian and she about to get deported. I'm researching Haitian culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to make sure she in a safe area, she good, you know what I'm saying? I want to learn language, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's going to be visiting my wife. Like, so, I got no problem learning and gaining an education. That's 38-year-old man. I ain't got no problem gaining no education because the dumbest motherfuckers in the world is the motherfuckers who think they know it all. And I don't really know jack shit. That's why I got fucking questions. You feel me? So, I hope y'all check out my channel. Man, I got other shit, you know what I'm saying? Other stuff. I'm trying to keep the cuts to a minimum. I don't know how YouTube can do. I really don't do this how I talk. I'm gonna keep it real. But I'm also, you know, give you a breakdown of my life too, man. It get deep, man. It can get sad. Like, my life is like, my friend told me my life could be like a movie. Now, I'm pretty sure like all your lives can be with everything that everybody been through and stuff. But we ain't, you know, talking about mine, particularly for my channel. But yeah, man, it'll make you laugh, make you cry, make you angry. It'll make you feel human and feel like you lived a full human experience if you ain't never felt like you lived it and you being human yourself. And that's the best way I can describe how my life will make you feel, because that's how my life has made me feel. Like, I feel like I'm human. You know what I mean? Like I've lived through some good human experiences, and I've lived through some shitty human experiences, and it just makes me who I am and stand tall today knowing that I survived and I'll continue to survive. And I see a man in the mirror that I don't even recognize, because he's so much stronger than what I give myself credit. And I just want to share my story a little bit. So, thanks for listening. Seeing the camera bouncing, I'm in my work van, I'm going to work. I'm a go-getter.